talking about for the rest of this presentation. Running a business that is minimum work for maximum income. We're going to do that by creating small, simple web properties that each provide a revenue stream. So it's kind of like investing in property offline, where you have a series of properties and they each provide an income above what it costs to pay the mortgage or whatever it is. They're just online properties that come with far less costs, that you can set up much more easily, and that can in fact be quite a lot more profitable. The way that we want to accomplish this, if possible, is with minimal effort of yours. Once the work required gets too high, then we start straying too far from that 10 hours a week goal that we're looking for. So what this business is about is achieving. This is a system that is completely outsourceable in time. We don't want to do anything that only we can do with this business model. Everything has to be able to be easily passed off to someone else. And finally, we want to do this by making these web properties that provide real value and that really last. So it's not about setting up some fly-by-night kind of business that's going to be making money really quickly and then will have disappeared in the next month or so. It's about setting up something that really does have value, that can stand the test of time. And it's about, most importantly, I think, using a systematized process to replicate those revenue streams, to churn out many of them and do so consistently to scale up your profits. So the goal is, if you say that you want to be able to make, say, 50 grand a month, 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year, you bring that down to the monthly level. Let's say it's 7 grand a month, and you work backwards from there and decide, okay, that's probably going to take me 4 to 5 of these little sites. So if I can do the same thing, the same set of steps over and over again 4 or 5 times, I'll be able to reach my goal level of income. That's what this system is about. So this particular one gets 262 visitors a day. And as you can see, it just took an increase recently, and that increase in traffic is from some new sources that I haven't yet monetized perfectly well. So this site makes its $11.95 from a small amount of that traffic, and the full potential for this site is somewhere closer to the $3,000 a month mark. But this is a very plain site, a very simple site that just monetizes with affiliate links and uses all free traffic. So that's the kind of site that we're going to be looking to set up. This is the kind of web property that you build up a few of these, and this can support, for the most part, any kind of lifestyle that you can want to lead without you having to for the whole thing. The way that I set up these sites is it's a 3-step system. It's very, very simple stuff. The first step to making sites like this is what I call weird little markets. We're going to talk about what that means in a second. The second step is drop-dead easy sites. So weird little markets, and in those markets I build really simple little sites. But simple sites that, like we're going to see, cater really tightly, really specifically to the group of people that they are designed for. The third part of the process is to get free high conversion traffic to that site. So that's search engine traffic for me in this model. I've found that to be consistently the most profitable per visitor for an affiliate running this business. And we're going to talk a lot about what that means coming up. And there's a 4th step, which is not really a step at all. It's just to rinse and repeat steps 1 to 3. It's diversify and replicate. They're passionate about a thing or a group of things that they don't yet have. Those markets mean easy conversions and big money from small traffic. Those things they kind of mean the same, but that's very, very important to understand. When you operate in one of these small markets, you don't need a huge amount of traffic to be able to make great money. We're going to talk about it as well, the way that you can make affiliate sales with as little as 5 and 10 visitors to your site, maybe per day, for example. The thing about these markets is that they're not found in common places. Go to ClickBank or just go to Amazon or Commission Junction or ShareSale and click a button and scroll through the list and find them. These offers are not found in the most common places. And that is one of the reasons that these markets have little or lower competition is because other affiliates can't get their hands on them as easily. It's one of the reasons that I really like the OfferVault as a tool, and I've used it for so long now and continually recommend it to other people, is because it brings you affiliate offers from many different places outside of those, ones from different networks, little networks, sometimes obscure networks that you might not know about otherwise. But it can help you find affiliate offers that are in this category, ones that not many other people will have the chance to find, and that might represent one of these little passions that can make you a lot of money. But what's crazy about these markets is that they are so very profitable, but you need techniques for finding them most of the time. You can't just go to one of these sites like ClickBank or Amazon or ShareSale and just expect to uncover them. There are techniques you can use to find them, to come across them. Developing these techniques has been, because I realize that for every one that you can find, there's a whole income stream for potentially years to come. So it's extremely lucrative. So I've worked on developing techniques for finding these offers. I had planned before the technical difficulties tonight to show a live example here, and I don't see why it wouldn't be possible right now. So let me tell you guys why this is interesting. So we're not necessarily going to start a site just on blenders. It doesn't mean that Blender is a great niche market, but this technique does something interesting. So I searched Blender, and what I've learned from this is that by looking at this list, there would seem to be a number of specific blenders that are particularly in demand. So Ninja Blender might be one, but the first one going down this list that clearly seems to be like its name of a blender is the one called Vitamix Blender. It says Vitamix Blender has 12,000 searches a month. Now, before I ran this search, I didn't know that Vitamix Blender was a thing. So Google told me that information, which is fantastic. That might be a niche market that I can enter, helping sell Vitamix blenders. I don't know yet, but it might be. So I can come back up to the search bar, and now I can just search the brand name. Now that I know that's a brand of blenders, there might be other keywords that are more popular. So I can go back up, do exactly the same search, but just search Vitamix, just that word and nothing else.
And we have Vitamix.
Let me know when the results are up.
Yes, we've got, now let's go down here to sort. I think we're sorting in descending. So Vitamix itself gives us 135,000. Vitamix recipes comes in at 18,000. Vitamix blenders down to 12,000. And we go on to all the way down to Vitamix CIA. I don't know if I want to know what that one is.
The site speed after that went down to more like 1.5 and 2 seconds, and I saw an increase in rankings after that within about 7 days on this site, where I went for one of my profitable keywords from position 8 up to position 2, I think it was. Very, very quickly, very powerful stuff. So Google is really paying attention to this now, and you should be as well. The second thing, you want to make sure that no weird URLs on your site are being indexed in Google. So what that means is to go to google.com and do a search, which is site, S-I-T-E, :yoursite.com. Type the URL of your site in and just press search. And Google will bring up, if you've never done this before, all the pages of yours that it has indexed, that it has crawled and registered in the search engines. And usually, if you've not worked on this before, you'll find a bunch of stuff indexed which falls under that category of weird URLs.